Hello and welcome to the morning news on CNN News 18. I'm Shilpa Ratnam and let's take a look at the top stories of the day. Breaking news coming in about an ongoing encounter in Budgam. 3 terrorists of terror outfit Lashkar-e-Toiba TRF, including terrorist Lateef, Rahul, trapped in an ongoing encounter in Budgam. The Kashmir ADGP has confirmed that terrorist Lateef is involved in several civilian killings, including that of Rahul Bhat and Amreen Bhat. Good morning to you, Tejinder. My colleague Tejinder Singh Sodhi joins me with more details. What more details do we have about this big encounter that's currently underway?
Yes, Shilpa, very good morning to you as well. You see, this encounter started late in the night when security forces got the information about the presence of terrorists in the Waterhill area of Budgam district. They came to know about the presence of the terrorist, and then a coordinated search operation was started. When the security forces, they were zeroing the hiding terrorists, they started firing towards the security forces, which was retaliated. We are told by the Additional Director General of Kashmir Zone, Vijay Kumar, that 3 terrorists are trapped in the encounter. Heavy exchange of firing was going on throughout the night. And these three terrorists include Lateef Rahul. Now, this Lateef Rahul is the one who is believed to be involved in the killing of Kashmiri Pandit Rahul Bhat, who was gunned down inside Budgam in the Chadura area of Budgam when he was shot dead by the terrorists inside the Tehsil office. And Amreen Bhat, a TikTok star, a social media star, who was also shot down by the terrorist inside her house just a few meters away from Chadura. So now the security forces are engaged in this encounter with the terrorist, and this is just a matter of time that these terrorists would be neutralized. We are told by the top cops here in Jammu and Kashmir that the terrorists now are working on these small modules wherein they target, they carry out target killings, and the security forces are working really hard to identify and crush these modules. And now this encounter is on, and we believe that these terrorists would be neutralized very soon. Yes, Shilpa.
Tejinder, you were telling us about the killings of Rahul Bhat and Amreen Bhat around May. A spate of killings had occurred of Kashmiri Pandits, and Amreen Bhat, who's on your screens. She was a popular TV artist, a TikTok star, social media star. Rahul Bhat was a revenue employee. But, those were killings that greatly shocked the nation. I remember even last month, or maybe even in as early as June, there were some encounters related to these killings. And these terrorists as well seem to have had a hand in the killing of Rahul Bhat, Amreen Bhat, and perhaps those other targeted Kashmiri Pandit deaths as well.
Yes, you see, these are big modules which work on behest of Pakistan, and these terrorists, there are several terrorists who plan these attacks on the minorities, who plan these attacks on civilians, who carry, and there is another module which carry out attacks on these people. So there are different modules that work together to carry out these type of attacks in which the civilians are being targeted, the civilians are being killed. So when we say that so and so has been gunned down, who was involved in the killing, there are several modules which work together to carry out such attacks. So now some of them have been eliminated, but we are told that Lateef Rahul played a major role in killing of Rahul Bhat and Amreen Bhat. Yes, Shilpa.
Thank you very much, Tejinder. Let's also take in a word from our colleague Mufta Isli, who's joining us this morning. Very good morning to you. Mufti. Can you bring us the bigger picture when it comes to these encounters in the area? Over the last few months, we've been talking about the crackdown on terrorists, and right now the security forces seem to have trapped those of LET, one of the many encounter killings we've witnessed over the last few months.
Well, yes, security forces say that they've cornered one of the top mastermind of the killing of civilians. Tejinder was talking about Lateef Rathar, who is the main mastermind as well as executor of those killings which took place. And in fact, since the killing of Rahul Bhat, a revenue official in Budgam, the Kashmiri Pandit community has not really joined offices. It's been more than 3 months since they have protested this killing, saying that, well, we don't feel safe if Kashmiri Pandits continue to be killed. And these people, 6,000 of them, who are serving in different capacities in the valley, have said that unless they're relocated or better security is provided, they will not go to offices, because what happens in the offices is that information is leaked and then they're targeted. We've seen spate of killings. In fact, since last 3 months, the one which took place latest was last week, wherein some laborers, one labor was killed, 2 others were injured in Pulwama district, which is adjoining to Budgam, had taken place. So all in all, these killings have not stopped because what is happening is that militants do, pick up their targets. Sometimes it is the labor, sometimes it's the Kashmiri Pandit community. We've also seen minorities coming attack. And clearly today police saying that, well, they've got the main guy, Lateef Rathar, along with 2 others who they have found in a village called Vatrahal, which is inside Budgam district. So that encounter started at around 3. Fierce gun battle was taking place in between, although in between there was a lull also. But security forces feel that they've cornered them, and they have not left any possibility of these militants escaping. Because in Kulgam, which is South Kashmir district, we've seen thrice militants had managed to escape through the cordon. But this time around, security forces ensuring that the multi-tier siege which they put in, that is intact and these militants don't slip out. So certainly if they're able to eliminate Lateef Rathar, whom they had been looking for since last 3 or 4 months, if they're able to eliminate him, it will be a huge relief for the security forces, as this was a module which was targeting the minorities and other members. So clearly it will be a sigh of relief for the security forces.
Thank you very much, Mufti and Tejinder, for bringing us those details about the crackdown on terror modules in Budgam and the latest encounter.